Dicative. Here. Dicative. Here. Dicative. Here. I format. I format. I format. You format. You format. You format. He, she formats. He, she formats. He, she formats. We train. We train. We train. You format. You format. You format. They format. They format. They format. Imperfect. 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 I formatted. I formatted. I formatted. You were formatting. You were formatting. You were formatting. He, she formatted. He, she formatted. He, she formatted. We training. We training. We training. You formed. You formed. You formed. They formatted. They formatted. They formatted. Future. 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 I will format. I will format. I will format. You will format. You will format. You will format. He, she will format. He, she will format. He, she will format. We will format. We will format. We will format. You will format. You will format. You will format. They will format. They will format. They will format. Simple past. Simple past. Simple past. I formatted. I formatted. I formatted. You format. You format. You format. He, she formatted. He, she formatted. He, she formatted. We formatted. We formatted. We formatted. You are formatting. You are formatting. You are formatting. They have formatted. They have formatted. They have formatted. Perfect tense. Perfect tense. Perfect tense. I formatted. I formatted. I formatted. You formatted. You formatted. You formatted. He, she, it formatted. He, she, it formatted. He, she, it formatted. We formatted. We formatted. We formatted. You formatted. You formatted. You formatted. They have formatted. They have formatted. They have formatted. More than perfect. More than perfect. More than perfect. I had formatted. I had formatted. I had formatted. You had formatted. You had formatted. You had formatted. He, she, it had formatted. He, she, it had formatted. He, she, it had formatted. We had formatted. We had formatted. We had formatted. You formatted. You formatted. You formatted. They had formatted. They had formatted. They had formatted. Past. 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 I had formatted. I had formatted. I had formatted. You have formatted. You have formatted. You have formatted. He, she, it had formatted. He, she, it had formatted. He, she, it had formatted. We had formatted. We had formatted. We had formatted. You have formatted. You have formatted. You have formatted. They had formatted. They had formatted. They had formatted. Future. 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 I will have formatted. I will have formatted. I will have formatted. You will have formatted. You will have formatted. You will have formatted. He, she, it will have formatted. He, she, it will have formatted. He, she, it will have formatted. We will have formatted. We will have formatted. We will have formatted. You will have formatted. You will have formatted. You will have formatted. They will have formatted. They will have formatted. They will have formatted. Subjunctive. 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 Here. 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 That I format. That I format. That I format. That you format. That you format. That you format. He, she, it is formatting. He, she, it is formatting. He, she, it is formatting. That we train. That we train. That we train. You are forming. You are forming. You are forming. They will format. They will format. They will format. Imperfect. 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 That I format. That I format. That I format. That you format. That you format. That you format. He, she, it was formatting. He, she, it was formatting. He, she, it was formatting. We would format. We would format. We would format. You were formatting. You were formatting. You were formatting. They were formatting. They were formatting. They were formatting. More than perfect. More than perfect. More than perfect. I had formatted. I had formatted. I had formatted. You had formatted. You had formatted. You had formatted. He, she, it had formatted. He, she, it had formatted. He, she, it had formatted. We had formed. We had formed. We had formed. You had formatted. You had formatted. You had formatted. They had formatted. They had formatted. They had formatted. Pass. 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 That I have formatted. That I have formatted. That I have formatted. That you have formed. That you have formed. That you have formed. He, she, it had formatted. He, she, it had formatted. He, she, it had formatted. We have formatted. We have formatted. We have formatted. You have formatted. You have formatted. You have formatted. They will have formatted. They will have formatted. They will have formatted. Conditional. 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 Here. 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 I would format. I would format. I would format. You would format. You would format. You would format. He, she, it would format. he, she, it would format. He, she, it would format. He would train. He would train. He would train. You would format. You would format. You would format. They would format. They would format. They would format. Past first form. Past first form. Past first form. I would have formatted. I would have formatted. I would have formatted. You would have formatted. You would have formatted. You would have formatted. He, she, it would have formatted. He, she, it would have formatted. He, she, it would have formatted. We would have formatted. We would have formatted. We would have formatted. You would have formatted. You would have formatted. You would have formatted. They would have formatted. They would have formatted. They would have formatted. Past second form. Past second form. Past second form. I would have formatted. I would have formatted. I would have formatted. You would have formatted. You would have formatted. You would have formatted. He, she, it would have formatted. He, she, it would have formatted. He, she, it would have formatted. We would have formed. We would have formed. We would have formed. Would have formatted. Would have formatted. Would have formatted. They would have formatted. They would have formatted. They would have formatted. Participates. 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 Here. 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 Formatting. 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 Perfect tense. Perfect tense. Perfect tense. Having formatted. Having formatted. Having formatted. Pass. 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 Having formatted. Having formatted. Having formatted. Having formatted. Having formatted. Having formatted. 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 Imperative. 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 Here. 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 Format. 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 Let's train. Let's train. Let's train. Format. 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 Pass. 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 Have formatted. Have formatted. Have formatted. 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 Definitive. 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 Fair. 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 Format. 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 Us. 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 Having formatted. Having formatted. Having formatted.